All right, now it is time for the best part of this ceremony, in my opinion. The speeches from our students. We're going to be starting with our valedictorian, Juan Carlos Ramirez. Began his studies here at Columbia International College in August of 2016. When Juan first arrived, he was selected for the Model United Nations team that traveled to the United Nations headquarters in New York City to compete at the Change the World Model United Nations Conference. While there, he was recognized for his outstanding performance. He also was able to participate in the Hamilton United Nations Conference, where he was awarded an honorable mention. Throughout his time here, he has been selected to be part of 2 executive leadership teams, the service prefects and the student council, and earned distinction in both leadership teams. While completing all these activities, Juan somehow found time to complete his Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award. Overall, Juan is very well respected by his peers and is always willing to step up and lend a helping hand. I have no doubt that he will make a positive contribution in his university and his community. It's my pleasure to welcome up Juan.
I'm actually really nervous. So, hello everyone, fellow graduates. For those that don't know me, I'm Juan. We went to high school together. We ate together every day. We lived together every day. And we also complain about the Wi-Fi every day. It's hard to understand how this works. One day you're sitting down on your bed, head lost in your thoughts, wandering among them and selfishly falling in love with them. You keep them to yourself because you fear what people can do to them. You protect them from experiencing the downside of love. But today is different. Today, I am standing here, and like a father on his daughter's wedding, I am allowing those thoughts to be loved by someone other than me, hoping that they make someone else feel like I felt when I had the chance. Now, I want you to take a moment. Look to the person to your left. Hey guys, actually do it, thank you. Look at the person to your right. Yeah, one of you will die by the time I finish this speech. I'm kidding, guys. I just saw it in a movie and I wanted to do it. Anyways, I'll introduce myself in the typical CIC student fashion. Hi, my name is Juan Carlos Ramirez Cabrera. Sure, you can call me Juan. Yeah, the Juan and only. Like I haven't heard that one before and all the jokes and puns my name carries with it. I am from Mexico. Yeah, hola to you too. No, I will not translate the lyrics of Despacito. Again. I'm standing in front of you today because honestly, the other guy couldn't make it. So here I am, trying to make this long ceremony full of potential, full of pride, and full of really mispronounced names, a little bit more entertaining. When I was first told I was going to be valedictorian, I was approached by who I refer as the self-acclaimed legendary Mr. B. In that moment, I was still in that flirtatious relationship with my thoughts, scared of my own voice, which I continued to keep to myself. But when the legendary Mr. B told me I was chosen by you guys to be the valedictorian graduate of December 2017, I thought to myself, oh boy, that's a huge mistake. That was my first thought. I was chosen to do the impossible because now, not only will be the first time my voice was going to be heard by someone other than myself, but now I had to do it not only for my sake, but for all the other silent voices out there. I had to speak what I never heard, to come to terms with someone whose voice was silent, to speak to you from my heart and tell you that everything will be okay when we walk out those doors. And I was deeply, utterly terrified. For me and for you guys, don't get me wrong. I was also full of excitement when I was told I was going to be valedictorian. It was the chance to allow my voice to be heard and give you a piece of advice for what is to come in your life. And then I remembered what I learned in Mr. Susan's philosophy class about Socrates. He was a Greek philosopher known for walking around, giving advice to people, and they poisoned him. So yeah, that's a no. But that's not what I thought it was a mistake. The mistake was putting me in a room full of people, a microphone, and unlimited time for me to tell bad jokes and cheesy puns. I was excited for all the potential bad jokes and puns I could hide in my speech, but against my desires, my friends begged me not to do so, and I promised them the speech was free of bad jokes and puns. Feel free to feel sad or relieved accordingly. I want to thank the amazing student development staff, the outstanding teaching faculty, and all my graduating friends and their families for being here today. I also want to thank the legendary Mr. B for not taking away the microphone just yet. I also want to acknowledge those that are not here. Those friends and family who physically are in Russia, the Netherlands, the UK, Brazil, Spain, Mexico, and Canada, but will always prevail in my heart and memories. I want to thank those people that show me that a friend is just a family that you choose from. And speaking of which, I want to thank my family for being here. Both of my parents who took me all the way where I'm standing today, and they never left my side. These amazing parents who managed to raise one outstanding son full of happiness that excels in every sport. And this beautiful daughter, which is the purest and happiest thing ever. And me. Hi, Mom. But there is one person who I think deserves the biggest thanks of all. The person who allowed me to stand proud here today. My grandmother, Yoli. Back in 2016, when I was just another Mexican boy living in Cancun, that could just not wait to get out to the world, she was who always encouraged me to do so. I remember when I was still uncertain of my future. Being honest, guys, Canada wasn't my first choice. I wanted to explore the world. I wanted to go to places like South Africa, Australia, England, even Finland. But everyone, and sometimes my family, they were against that. They said that probably wasn't the best idea for the moment. But not my grandma. She will sit with me and say, when people give you a reason not to do something, find 2 reasons to do it. And I did. And I realized that my mom could not bear the fact of having her baby so far away. And honestly, I realized that I didn't want to be away either. So I found a school who met all my desires. And here I am today. And all thanks to my grandma for showing me that my voice was a voice worth hearing. Sadly, she's not physically here today. And not because she's in Russia, Netherlands, the UK, Brazil, Spain, Mexico, or Canada, but because she's in a better place. But like I said, I know she was with me all this time. And I know that she'll be proud of knowing that her grandson made it. It's weird. I believe in what I call the Purify Effect. For those who don't know what it is, it means that you're smart enough for not following my blog. And for those who don't know what a blog is, just smile and nod accordingly. I'll explain it quickly. The Purify Effect comes from the idea that a flap from a butterfly's wings in Brazil was so strong that it caused a change in the wind currents, causing a tornado in Texas. Of course, it's all metaphorical. It's not like the tornadoes in the movie Twister were caused by one butterfly drinking caipirinhas in Rio. But it is a concept that small things can have huge repercussions. And think about it. Every decision, every crossroads we face led us here. Every single one of those decisions you ever took throughout your life led you to this moment, sitting where you're sitting, feeling what you're feeling, hearing a light speech from a Mexican boy who thinks that the movie Ice Age is the greatest gift to the world from humanity. I stand here today because of the decisions I made. From deciding to come to CIC in August 2016, to deciding to leave all my CCAs to the last minute, which led me to working 6-page essays at 4 a.m. and a sleepless roommate. But all those decisions led me here. And those decisions will not stop anytime soon. Because as we exit those doors today, we will continue to face crossroads. From choosing which university to bless with our potential as doctors, lawyers, engineers, businessmen and women, to choosing who do we want to be. Because something I learned in my time in CAC, experience in the pluricultural environment, is that no matter our past or our history, we don't choose where we come from, but we choose where we want to go. We're facing one of the many crossroads we will face. I don't know the weight your history has on you, but stand tall and proud. Look back at your past and take a glance at your future. Understand where you're standing, facing what you're facing. And hope that when we reach the end of this comically branched road, you will look back and smile and know that everything you did that led you to that moment was worth it. Now, something I learned from Mr. Hayes' leadership class, famous for making the existence of a giant, all-powerful spaghetti monster an actual topic of discussion across the school, is that every good speech has a quote from a famous person. So I tried to find one. At first, I thought about ending my address with Winston Churchill's attitude is a little thing that makes a huge difference. But no, this speech has way too many cliches already. So I tried giving an homage to my Latin American background by quoting Pablo Neruda's "Someday, somewhere, anywhere. Unfailingly, you will find yourself. And that, and only that, is the happiest or victorious hour of your life." But nah, I still didn't feel right. Now everyone's sad. So then, like a dodgeball in Miss Simpson's gym class, it hit me. As I was writing this speech, I reached into my wallet, where someone that means the world to me once hid something that person somehow knew will help me in the future. It was a piece of paper with something written on it. It said, "Your art is not about how many people like your work. Your art is about if your heart likes your work, if your soul likes your work. It's about how honest you are with yourself. And you must never trade honesty with relativity." Rupi Kaur. You see, in today's society, I think the hardest thing is staying true to yourself. When we're at those crossroads, sometimes choosing a certain path can have a great cost. Sometimes we may think that we have to change who we are or what we want to do because we want to follow where everyone else is going. And I myself am a victim of such mistakes. But not anymore. Not today. You see, there's a Japanese belief that says you have 3 masks. The first mask, you show to the world. The second mask, you show to your close friends and your family. The third mask, however, you never show anyone. It is the truest reflection of who you are. But here I am today, showing you my truest self. No masks, no yearning for belonging, only me being me. And just like Kaur taught me, I found my art, and I stayed true to it. I learned to love my art, and I hope that you can do the same. And as cliche as it sounds, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you the best of luck to everyone out graduating. I hope that when you find yourself in front of a crossroad, you will choose to lead, not to follow. And for those who aren't graduating yet, I want to tell you something. I'm still selling books, so just hit me up for inquiries. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to listen to my own voice for the first time. And I hope that one day you will also listen to yours.